1, 2, 3. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Kicks and Stuff, the podcast. Welcome. So this is episode, I don't even remember at this point, honestly. I've done so many episodes, it's insane. But I just want to thank you all for all the support that I've gotten on this podcast. I cannot, it's the amount of support that I've gotten on Instagram. I actually got 2 DMs from people, and they were really sweet about it, and they were like, I really like your podcast, and, it's just so cool that people, actually enjoy something that I created with, I put time and effort and, energy and everything into these podcast episodes, and not only just podcast episodes, the entire channel. I really try to work as hard as possible, and the amount of support is just, it's overwhelmingly amazing. So I just want to thank each and every one of you listening to this, because seriously, the amount of support that I've gotten, thank you all so much. So today is the day that I'm recording this, is Tuesday, March 9th. It was a pretty good day. I mean, it's Tuesday, just wake up, go to school. So, I mean, it was a pretty normal day, but towards the end of school, so my reading teacher, my reading and English and, writing, I guess my English teacher, I would call it, I don't know. I just call her my reading teacher. My reading teacher, she basically assigned a quiz. Now, in this quiz, you were supposed to answer 2 multiple choice questions and write a short response answer. But this multiple choice question, I don't know if it was just me and my best friends in our group chat or whatever, but we literally we could not figure out the answer for the two multiple choice questions, and we were just like, what? Why can't we not figure this out? We usually, we work together. If we can't figure something out, that's the best thing. It's like you have 6 different people that you can just go ask and be like, can you send a screenshot of how you did this, or send a screenshot of your paragraph because I need some inspiration about what I'm supposed to write mine about, or whatever. So it's really nice. But it was, so she basically, our class starts at 1:55, right? By 2:30ish, probably 2:15, no, 2:30ish, we were done, we did the reading play thingy, and then she went over it real quickly, and she said, this is due by the end of class. And when does our class end? 3:30. So I basically have an hour to do this. Now, I spent the first 30 minutes trying to figure out, what would I basically answer for this? What would I say? Not say, but what would I choose for the multiple choice question? Nothing happened, so in those 30 minutes, I also just, texted to my group chat, and we were just, talking about interior design and stuff like that. Super off topic, not productive at all. We're basically screwed at this point. We have a response to write. We have to figure out these 2 questions that we cannot get an answer for in under 30 minutes. That is one of the most stressful things that I've done all year. And I know we're only in the 3rd year, the 3rd month of this year, but honestly, that was very stressful. So, yeah, but I basically, we split it up. So I did the paragraph because I type pretty fast. See, the thing is, apologies, but I basically BS everything. I do a really good job at BSing a ton of answers, and so I'm basically repeating the same thing in just completely different sentences and completely different words that are not, they mean the same thing. I'm basically repeating over and over again. But yeah, and then we need to text evidence from the play and everything, and so I went back 25 minutes. I did that. It was pretty long. Took a screenshot of that, sent that to my group chat, and then I was like, it was 3:25, and I was like, I am so screwed. I have no clue how I'm gonna do this. And I text, and I'm like, does anyone know the answer for 1 and 2? And then all of them were just like, yeah, it's B, and then number 2 is that. And so yeah, I turned it in at 3:28. But it was pretty stressful, but I did it. So that's the only thing that matters. Anyway, I want to talk about, before we get into today's topic, I want to talk about thumbnails, because see, when I started YouTube, I knew at some point I was gonna make thumbnails. I just didn't know it was gonna take me this long. Now, if I go on my YouTube studio, here we'll do in just a second. Kicks and stuff. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to go ahead, hit that subscribe button, as well as hit that like button. And when you do subscribe, hit that bell icon so you guys get notified when I upload either a podcast episode or just sneaker content, or vlogs and stuff like that. So make sure you're subscribed and everything. Alright, my first video that I uploaded was in July 2020, July 21st, 2020. So basically, around that, around August. So I'm basically, it's been over 6 months. It's been what, like 8 months now? 9 months. 9 months. I would say 8 to 9 months. But I was expecting myself to start creating thumbnails very, very soon. I was like, okay, I'll maybe do 2 to 3 months and without thumbnails, and then I'll head straight into them. Now, here's the thing. I got the last video of July that I posted was on July 29, 2020, and it was the Vans Skate High reissue BMX review that actually has 374 views. Thank you all so much. That is insane. I legit never thought I would be above 150 views. That's insane. That has 374 views. And if we go up a bit more, I have a collection video that I did, my Crinkle Hijab collection, September 24, 2020, 502 views. That is insane. Thank you all so much. That means the world to me. So I really, really, really extremely appreciate you guys for watching the video and just clicking on it in general. That just it shows that you guys support me. So really, really appreciate that. But that was the last time I posted, and in August, I posted on August 14, 2020. So I took quite a long break, and then I did August 19th, and then August 30th, and then September 7th, September 21st, September 24th, October 15th, October 23rd, November 24th, November 24th, December 7th, December 14th, January 11th, 2021. So I took a ton of breaks, and I feel like that's what really slowed me down. in terms of when it came to making thumbnails and everything. But now I am making thumbnails. I am actually really enjoying making thumbnails than actually editing videos. Now, when it comes to editing videos, I like editing videos when I am personally talking. Obviously, I love editing all my videos. They're all stuff that I, generally would watch. I would watch sneaker reviews. I would watch vlogs about, um, traveling, nature. I love nature. So all of that I generally would watch. But I didn't have as much fun this time. I don't know why. But I basically just kind of, you know, uh, I basically just took the footage that I had, I imported it to iMovie. Through iMovie, I edited it, edited it. That's such a funny word. But I basically edited it, edit it. I edited it. Okay. I took the footage and I added edits to it is what I'm gonna say, because edited not working out for me right now. So yeah, I basically just took my the footage, added some edits to it. I'm not really doing like crazy saturation, or I'm not messing with the color of the image right now, just because I don't really know how that works. And that's why I wanted to focus on thumbnails a little bit more than the actual editing footage, the part where I'm actually editing the footage. I actually want to make a video where I basically like show you guys my entire process of how I do, how I basically do this. So, like how I basically, from the start, which is setting up for the video. Actually, the start is coming up with the idea of the video. Then, filming the video. I'm messing up the steps. Coming up with the idea of the video, setting up for the video, filming the video, editing the video, taking thumbnail pictures, creating the thumbnail, uploading all that to YouTube, a ton of stuff, right? It's actually okay. The longest thing, obviously, is editing. And that's just because importing footage, exporting footage, uploading stuff, processing stuff. This is gonna be up. Yeah, this is gonna be up. So the why Instagram is killing your creativity goes up March 15th, and this goes up March 17th. So, basically, this video was shot in 4K, which is really good quality, in case you didn't know what that is. So it has to obviously upload the actual video to YouTube. Then it has to process the SD, which is standard definition quality. Then it has to process the HD, which is high definition processing. Then it has to process the 4K version. So as I was saying, it has to, because it's a 4K video, it was shot in 4K, it has to basically process it 3 times. I uploaded this, I actually recorded this yesterday, which was March 8th, which was also International Women's Day, so watch the video if you haven't already. And I basically filmed the video yesterday. Then I edited the video, I took thumbnail pictures, I edited the picture, then I edited the thumbnail, then I created the thumbnail, then I uploaded everything to YouTube. And so far, I think, when did I stop? Maybe I'd say, I don't know, maybe like I, I can't put an exact, like I can't even, I put an estimate, but it was like around 9. I say around 9. It's probably wrong, but around 9 I basically finished uploading everything to YouTube. Fast forward tomorrow, almost 24 hours later, it is currently 7:37 p.m. that I'm filming this on March 9th. 22 hours later, it is only uploaded the video to YouTube and processed standard definition. So SD is fully complete, but HD and 4K are not complete. Also, these 4K files take so much storage, I can't even. Let me go to my documents. All right. This specific one, let's see, get info. This specific video is 6.9 gigabytes. 6.29 gigabytes. That is insane. That's huge for just a 20-minute video. That's a lot of space. It's a lot of space. So that's also another thing is I can't delete the video or move it to trash until it's done fully processing, because sometimes this has happened where it's doing HD or even SD at this point. It will the file will not crash, but the file won't like YouTube didn't upload it correctly, and so when they're trying to process SD, they're like, what is happening? So they just cancel the entire upload, and now you have to re-upload it. And then, but if you've already moved it, well, unless you didn't clear your trash, you're not going to lose the file, but then it's just a lot easier. It's in your Finder. So yeah, but that's pretty much what I gotta say. Also, stay tuned. I have 2 guests that are not people that I live with, aka family. They're not family, but they are. One of them is both of them are pretty close friends. One of them is one of my best friends, and the other one is actually a YouTuber. So those 2 episodes will be coming out. So be on the lookout for those 2 podcast episodes. Yeah, they're gonna be fun ones. We're finally gonna have guests that aren't family over on the podcast. I really want to have like a really big podcast episode where I have like 6 people on, but it's hard because I only have technically I have 2 professional mics, but I have you could use your AirPods, your Apple earbuds, whichever one you have. I mean, it's pretty clear audio. It just has to be edited a lot, just because I mean it's a good mic. It's a good quality mic. But when it comes to editing audio, you want to make sure that it's actually I forgot what it's called, but you basically kind of mess with the I don't know what it's called, but you mess with the squiggly lines kind of a bit, because sometimes if it's compared to my professional mic, it's going to be a bit too echoey or just not loud enough, or if it's loud enough, it's way echoey, and then it just doesn't combine together. So I have to edit that a lot, but I mean, it is what it is. But I don't know, obviously COVID is still a big thing. So those 2 podcast episodes with another YouTuber and one of my best friends is going to be on Zoom actually. This is going to go after we record one of them. But I do want to know if you guys would like to see actual video, or should I just take the Zoom? Because if you didn't know, on Zoom, when you record a meeting, they give you a video file they give you a audio file, and then they give you another file, which I forgot the name of. So this way you can do a video file as well as an audio file, so you don't have to, you know, record more audio, you know, like that. So it's really easy, and it goes straight into your Finder, which is nice too. So yeah, but the, I mean, I don't think they're gonna show their faces. They're probably not, but I mean, I'm definitely gonna show my face. I'm gonna have my camera on. So unless you guys want a, I don't know, like a face podcast where you guys can actually see me, I'll do one on Zoom and stuff like that with other people. But other than that, I'm just gonna have the logo that I created for the podcast, and then insert the audio file. So yeah, okay. Now, before we get into one more thing, before we get into the actual topic of today's podcast episode, I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick water break, and then we'll be right back. Okay, and I am back from my water break. So today's podcast episode topic. So okay, today's topic. The topic for today's episode is going to be basically how I feel about graduating. In case you didn't know, I'm in 8th grade this year, so I'm going to be graduating middle school. I'm going to be going to high school, and they called us in person to get graduation photos, and that's when it really hit me that I'm going to be graduating from a school that I've been here for literally I've been here for 10 years, and I'm now going to be leaving a very comfortable place that I used to go to high school, which I am terrified. Yes, I'm very terrified. I did a mistake of watching a video, and it was basically high school horror stories, and it was a big mistake. Shouldn't have watched that. It came up on my recommended on my YouTube page it came up on my recommended page on YouTube, on my phone, and I was just like, oh, you know, it can't do any harm. It did a ton of harm. I'm very scared to go to high school now. So I have not graduated yet. I'm still March. I graduated in like June, so I still got 3 months. But I'm not too sure of how I feel about graduating. Now, obviously, I'm so happy and so psyched that I've officially done it. I have literally spent 10 years of my life, 10 out of the 14 years of my life here at this school. I love the teachers there. I love the environment. I really like, you know, the people there and everything. The people are amazing. It's very diverse. It's a really dope school. But I was, you know, at one point you kind of need a little bit of a change. I felt that like 2 years ago. I've been feeling that since, you know, I've been just like, also, if you hear this, give me a second. If you hear this, that is Velcro. This is the Velcro that is on the mic. So this basically just keeps, when you're not using it, it keeps the mic nice and organized. So you can just Velcro it up. And it's attached to the wire. I can't take it off. And it's just there. So I'm just playing with it. So I apologize if you hear that. I should probably put that away. But as I was saying, I was, you know, until graduation photos, I've been like, I'm so ready, don't have to deal with this anymore, finally growing up, getting to high school, all that stuff. And now it's hitting me that maybe I don't want to do this. I'm I okay, I don't want to sound like I am bragging or something, but in all of, by the way, I go to a CPS school, which is a Chicago public school. Out of all the CPS schools, my school, the one, I'm not going to say the name just because I don't want to get in trouble with anything, but it is one of the better schools. They have a full-time nurse, we have the elevator, we have, air conditioning throughout the school, we have heat throughout the school. We don't have to have windows open to get air conditioning in the summer and stuff like that. Very, very extremely grateful for all this. Not bragging. That's just, you know. Because our school is also the school that I go to is also a bit of it's a newer school. It was built in like 2010, so it's like 11 years old, and I've been there for like 10 years. I'm definitely gonna miss the memories because I've had some of like my favorite memories over here. I've tripped over people, quite literally. I've tripped over one of my best friends. It was, I've done so like crazy stuff there. Not anything that'd get me in trouble, but it's just so fun. And plus, like, the teachers there are also really, amazing, really, really understanding. And the best part was, obviously, we all have teachers that we like, but they don't like us back. We all have teachers that don't like you at all, and you don't like them either. We all have teachers that love you, and then you love them back as well. Majority of the time, it was, I loved all the teachers that I had. I loved most of my teachers. I don't know if they loved. I'm pretty sure they did. But like I've met some of them, like some of the most amazing people ever at this school. These 10 years, if I was at another school, hands down, I would not have as good of a time as I did here. The environment is just so, I don't know, I can't really think of words to describe it, but it's just so, it's very understanding, it's very diverse, it's very, very friendly, very accepting, ow, I just cracked my finger. I'm so sorry you guys had to hear that. That really hurt. But yeah, it's been a long ride here, and it's all gonna end in a couple of months, and it's really hitting me now because like I don't want to leave, but I want to leave, but I want to go. Obviously, I need to expand my wings and see other places and see other schools, stuff like that. But it's definitely going to be something that's going to be different and not something that I do all the time. What am I saying? Like I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna have as good as a time in high school than I ever had in this middle school / elementary school, because I literally was here since pre-K, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and now 8th grade. It's, yeah. I'm going to pause real quick. I have to respond to a text real quick, so sorry about that, but we'll be right back. Alright, and we are back. So, yeah, it's just, I don't think that anyone will ever, like, hate their experience. Like, you always have, even though majority, this is what I've always heard, and what honestly I've just absorbed this information, and I've absorbed this opinion just because I've heard it from family members, I've heard it from teachers, I've heard it from friends, I've heard it from other people, and they're right, in my opinion. And that is, no matter if majority of your experience was negative at school, or majority of your experience was, you didn't enjoy it as much as other people did, you still had those good moments. You still had those moments where you were, you were really, you were happy, you were sad, you were annoyed, you were excited, you had all these emotions at least once, if not more. And so that's why the general meaning of, like, I had such a bad high school experience, or middle school was so bad for me. Sure, majority of it could have been bad for you, where you got bullied, or where you just felt like you didn't fit in, or other stuff like that. But you still had those moments where you laughed, you had a good time, whether if it was on a field trip or a recess or whatever it was at. You had a good time. You laughed, you smiled, you had fun. So that's why I will never, even if I do have a quote unquote bad experience at high school, really hoping I don't, but if I do, I'm always going to remember it wasn't bad, because technically I did have those moments. Well, or at least I hope I have those moments where I laughed and I smiled and I had fun. So it's honestly the way you think about it, the mentality and everything. So yeah, I'm trying to find words to kind of describe the emotions. It's not like I'm losing a part of me, because this school really did shape me. It's my parents, my family, some of my teachers, and my best friends that have literally shaped me to who I am today. It's yeah. So it's like I'm not letting go of that part, but I'm at the same time not like, I'm obviously gonna take that information. I'm gonna take that advice. I'm gonna take that amazing time, and I'm gonna take everything that I have. Oh God, I just touched the mic. I am so sorry. But take everything that I have learned, and not only learned, but it's not only information and advice, it's life lessons, it's stuff like that you learn from a lot of teachers. Honestly, some of my teachers aren't only teachers to me, they're kind of like mentors to me. That's why I was honestly a little bit bummed out this year, just because I always have a connection or connections with a teacher, or even more. This year I was hoping that I would, because both on my brother and Fazaji, which is my older sister, if you guys have not checked out both their episodes where they were featured in, make sure to go check that out. There's actually, I made a playlist on YouTube, so if you're new and you want to go listen to all the other episodes, they are on a playlist. So you can just click that playlist and see all the episodes that have been out so far. So yeah, but back to what I was saying. Both of them, this reading teacher, my reading teacher, has taught both of them, and she was very. I think she was excited to have me, but I was more excited to have her, just because I wanted to build another connection with a teacher that actually knows a lot more of my family than other teachers probably do. So yeah, but it's obviously 2020 was okay. 2020, I don't say it's a good year, but I don't say it's a bad year. And the reason is because yes, many people lost their jobs and their homes, and many people passed away, and many people were affected in so many ways that people can't even imagine. Everyone was affected. Every single person in this world was affected, and they still are affected. But I saw this video on my Instagram feed, and basically what happened was, let me pull it up, but it was a video where it was like, yes, 2020 was, not the best year, but we could still have hope. Let's bring our hope back. They called it Believe Again. Her name is Mindy McKnight. If you guys know Cute Girls Hairstyles on YouTube, and she's the founder of Heritage by Mindy. She's also an author. She just came up on my Explorer page, and they're like, people are saying 2020 wasn't the year of perfect vision, but maybe it was. We became chefs, and then there's like videos of we became hairstylists. There's like video of people dyeing their hair and cutting their own hair. We became creators. I became a creator. We became educators. We became fitness instructors. We became closer as families. This holiday season, take time to see all the great things that we've become. Believe in yourself, positive thinking, inclusivity, self-care, giving back, goodness, family, a magic of a new year. It's time to believe again. And this honestly like completely changed my mind, because obviously I do believe 2020 was a bad year, but I don't believe that it wasn't a good year either. And then the caption said, "Believe again." It may not have been the year of perfect vision, but maybe it was the year we needed to see all the great things we've become. Help me share the Believe Again message this holiday season by sharing this video. And then they had the special thanks to these amazing people for helping me create this amazing video, and they have like tagged all the people. So yeah, but like it's we all were affected in negative ways. We all were affected in positive ways as well. She just listed some of them. But the main thing was we all learned a really valuable lesson, and that lesson was just you never know what's going to happen. It's as simple as that. You never know what will happen. And it's true. It's 100% true. You will never ever know what will happen, or never take something for granted is a better way to say it. And this was affected, again, can't stress this enough, has affected every single person. If you say that you weren't affected by this pandemic, you're straight up lying. Because even if you were homeschooled, even if you were, staying home all the time, you never really went out, you didn't have to wear masks outside. You didn't have to social distance from people. You didn't have to worry about even though we should have done this even before the pandemic, but we weren't cleansing and washing and, every single surface in our houses. We weren't doing, we weren't making sure that we had hands. We weren't running out of toilet paper. Toilet paper has never been run out. And, suppliers, hand sanitizer, toilet paper suppliers, hand sanitizer suppliers, people that create water bottles, rice, all these basic things, they were running out. The suppliers, literally, manufacturers, nothing was left. And you've never seen that before. It literally changed everything. It changed our reality. And I was really excited for actually having a whole graduation where I went to Six Flags Great America. Six Flags Great America, in case you don't know what that is, it's like an amusement park with a bunch of roller coasters and stuff like that. I was excited to go on my lunch, and I was excited to do a ribbon pinning ceremony. I was excited to actually go and get my family tickets for my graduation and get graduated and graduate middle school. But that's just not how reality is anymore. So I am sad, but I'm also at the same time I'm not happy that I'm not getting a full graduation, but at least it's better than nothing. At least I still have, graduation pictures and a gown to wear, or at least I still have a gown. At least I still have the memory of going in person safely and getting graduation pictures done. I still, you have all that. So very thankful for that, but still there's so many people, there's so many schools, not only in America, but there's thousands, probably millions of schools around the world that because of this pandemic they've hit so hard. They can't even afford to just get a photo shoot, or they can't order gowns just because the pandemic has hit them so hard. Especially Texas, because of the winter storms and stuff like that. It was very, very, very crazy there. Pipes were bursting, carbon monoxide stuff, everything. So power outages and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. I think I heard one or two schools in Texas wouldn't be able to order gowns anymore because of they had such a big damage on the property. So it's a lot, but yeah, this is how I feel currently. I'm probably gonna be so happy after I'm graduated. After I graduate. Graduated is not a word, Fiza. Use the correct terminology. After I graduate. So, yeah, I'm actually gonna make another podcast episode where I'll talk about how I feel after I graduate. But for now, 3 months before, this is how I feel. I'm very mixed. I'm sad, but I'm happy. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for today's episode. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon when you do hit that subscribe button, so you guys get notified when I upload, whether it's a podcast episode, sneer content, vlogs, or even more stuff. If you haven't already, if you're new or if you just are returning but you missed a couple episodes, again, go to that playlist and check the playlist out, because it does have all the podcast episodes together. So go check that playlist out. And yeah, make sure to comment down below or DM me like podcast ideas that you guys want to podcast topics that you guys would like me to talk about. And if you guys want me to, like, talk about it with someone, whether it's, my aunt or my sister or someone else that I am in contact with, not physically, but I have their number or their something where I'm not gonna go to David Dobrik, obviously, and do a podcast episode with him, but someone who's accessible to me. Comment down below or DM me on Instagram at ITZ_FAISA10, which is 10. Check out my Instagram. Give me a follow if you want. That's greatly appreciated. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching one more time. Peace.